What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday over here. Bitcoin currently still underneath that 26K area, very close to a possible breakdown that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. It's going to be a catastrophic breakdown if that actually happens, and could bring down quite a bit of the crypto markets with it. Most likely KAVA as well, since Bitcoin is the main driver of this market. But on this post, the main topic is going to be KAVA. Going to be taking a look into if this coin is bound to break out for some upside, taking a look into some upwards and downwards price targets, as well as some key price levels this coin needs to break in order to go either direction. Going to be giving you guys my personal opinion and sentiment on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Of course, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear market, and I am looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, do hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and let's take a look into the charts here. So we do have KAVA currently at about 66 cents, up very slightly today, just a little over 1.5%. So currently what I'm looking at here is the weekly time frame for KAVA, which has been running within this falling wedge for a pretty good while of time, okay, since May of this year. Price action, when they are in a falling wedge, usually breaks to the upside, okay? Usually, not absolutely, okay? Getting very close to the end of this pattern here, probably just 1 or maybe 2 or 3 weeks left in this pattern. Now, would it actually break out of this pattern? And if the price action does break out, what would the price target be? So the price target is basically a measure move, taking a measurement of the opening of the pattern, and then we're gonna put it on top of an expected breakout point. Okay, let's just say, okay, it does not have to be breaking out by this week, but we're just gonna take a measurement here. If let's just say it's going to break out by this week, okay? If it breaks out by this week, then we have a measure move of a little under $1.50, okay? A little right under $1.50 here, okay? $1.48. It's going to be an area. It's not going to be an automatic move to the measure targets. Measure targets are estimates only. It could be over, under. So, just take that with a grain of salt. Do your own due diligence and research on what measure targets, measure moves, as well as all the trading terms I'm talking about on here. It's basically open knowledge on the internet. Verify for yourself, because I think the most important thing to get out of videos like this is to actually learn TA and be able to judge the markets and be able to chart for yourself, right? So you can actually make those decisions, not watching someone on YouTube, right? So measure target out of this breakout point, out of this pattern, would be right underneath $1.50. Of course, if it breaks out later, then you're going to have to move the measure target down to another expected breakout point in the future. And obviously, that's going to be a lower measure target if this pattern is still intact. Let's talk about some key price levels that the price action does need to break in order to get to that price target. So on this weekly time frame here, we have the weekly 21, which is the blue line, the weekly 50 SMA, which is the gray line, basically between about 86 cents currently and about 94 cents in that range, okay? So expect some sell pressure coming from there if the price action breaks out of this pattern. The 3-day, 21, and 50 SMA are between basically the breakout point and the measured target, and they are in about the 80 cents to, I would even just say the 80 to 90 cents area. So pretty dense in terms of resistance in that zone. The daily moving averages are also going to be between the breakout points and about 90 cents area, okay? As you guys can see, the orange is the 200 SMA, gray is the 50 SMA, blue is the 21 SMA on here. Let's take a look into the monthly time frame, see where the moving averages are at. The monthly time frame, the monthly 21 SMA is currently at about $1.70 area. So I don't feel like that's really too much to worry about as resistance, because if you're looking for the measured targets, well, that's very well above it, right? So basically that is the upside of the possible upside for this market. Now, if you guys have made it this far into this video and don't already have a Webull account but want to get some free stocks, make sure to check out my referral link down below. They're still giving away 6 to 12 free stocks, each valued up to $3,000. At the time of recording of this video, terms and conditions do apply when you guys open an account and deposit $100 US. And I will also get a referral bonus if you guys use my referral link down below. So that directly supports my channel. I enjoyed using Webull as an exchange for beginners. I thought they were great for trading both stocks and crypto. But with any exchange, I would not put most or all my money in any one exchange in case one goes down, as we have seen with FTX, other crypto exchanges. I personally spread my money around several exchanges, so in case one goes down, I won't get wrecked. So take that into consideration. That is just what I'm doing, not financial advice, of course, purely my opinion. Now let's get into the downside of this market, right? Always got to consider the downside. Let's take a look into the weekly time frame again, because it is possible that this price action could still break down from this pattern here, right? If the price action breaks its bottom trend line, then it looks like we could still reform or rechart this, adjust the bottom trend line, depending on how steep the breakdown is. But it does look like we could still stretch this bottom trend line out a little bit and still fit a falling wedge form. That is the most important, right? Even though it breaks the current falling wedge, you still have a falling wedge form, depending on how far the breakdown is. That's more important, right? So depending on how this breaks down, of course, it's also a possibility. Just got to acknowledge that. If it breaks down very badly, then it's possible that it does not keep this falling wedge form anymore. But if it breaks down, but it looks like we can still adjust the bottom trend line here, then it could still possibly, most likely, I'm saying just here, based on what I'm seeing here, that could still keep a falling wedge form, just based on how much we can still adjust this bottom trend line, right? If that happens, we're gonna have to take a look and rechart this market, right? But basically what I'm seeing here is if the price action was to continue running within this falling wedge pattern, the next level down would be about that 55 cents area, which is basically where I'm seeing here as the bottom trend line. 55 cents area, and then if it continues downwards and doesn't break out yet, you can still go down to about even the 50 cents area. So 50 cents area to about that 55 cents area, I could see price action bouncing, and this if this pattern is still intact, right? Otherwise, the next level I am paying attention to, I think the immediate level right here would be about, I think that's, I think the 50 to 55 cents area has some pretty good confluence with this past trading history here, as you guys can see, from December 2022 here, where I'm pointing to. That's going to be past support, past trading history, so I can refer to that as support. So about the 50 to 55 cents area, that's going to be pretty, I would expect a bounce. Would it be a bounce that would, take the price action upwards? Or would it be just a bounce, before it continues downwards? We're just going to have to see by looking at the lower time frames, charting the lower time frames, which could give us a better idea of which way the price action is more likely to go, right? That's what I'm looking at. So first key level, about 50 to 55 cents area. And then the next level down, I'm going to be referring back to these past candles here from quite some time ago, 2019 even, right? So 50 cents, and then about that 45 cents area, I would expect a bounce coming from here. If you guys could even just open up your monthly time frames here, right? Referring back to past trading history, and then 45 cents, and then about 25, 26 cents area, okay? So 50 to 55 cents area, that's going to be key levels for support, and then 45 cents area, and then next level down, it's going to be a lot of way down here. It's going to be about that 25 cents area. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for KAVA here. Of course, all of this is going to be, a lot of this is going to be dependent on what Bitcoin does. I've been talking about Bitcoin for, as long as, I think as long as my channel has been up, because like I said, it is the driver of most of this crypto markets, and currently it is underneath 26K. The chart that I'm paying attention to most is the weekly time frame here, where it looks like there's a double top pattern, right? If that breaks down, which in this case would be breaking 24.7K, that would confirm a breakdown of this double top pattern. Measure move down from this pattern is going to take the price action of Bitcoin down to about that 17K area. That's a very steep way down. Even as an estimate, okay, right? Of course, there could be bounces along the way, and we'll see where those bounces could take the price action. But just seeing this measure target here, this estimate here, right? It's pretty scary. Okay, that is the bearish case scenario for Bitcoin and a lot of the crypto world, right? Second case scenario, which is basically the rising channel here. If it continues running within this rising channel, the next key resistance here is going to be about that 28K area, 27.7, 28K. Because the 21 SMA and the 200 SMA on the weekly time frame, I think I'm seeing quite a bit of moving averages in that area anyway, so it's gonna be very tough resistance, right? If the price action is able to reclaim that level, and being above all these major moving averages on the monthly, weekly, 3-day, daily, then the next level of key price action here, key price level here would be just going back up to this upper trend line of this rising channel pattern that would complete this cup and handle pattern, which would be a lot more bullish for Bitcoin and most of the crypto markets, right? So those are the scenarios I have drawn out. Gonna be paying attention to which one is more likely to play out, so I will be able to make more informed decisions on what I'm gonna do in this market. I am both long and shorts on a lot of the altcoins, depending on their setup. My overall sentiment is still bullish on this market until it breaks this 24.7K area and confirms this breakdown. That is basically it for KAVA and this post. I will be making more posts later on today. I am not trading KAVA at this time. But if you guys want to see more of KAVA, drop a like, subscribe, comment. I will bring in follow-up if enough of you guys want to continue seeing this coin. Thank you and have a great rest of the day.